What's cracking, guys? Omar Isuf here, back with another video. Back today to talk about being skinny fat, but a more important topic than that, labeling yourself. And that's why the title is, why skinny fat is the worst thing. That is because you're automatically giving yourself a label that is probably not inherently true, and it's setting yourself up for failure, essentially. And what I mean when I say that is that skinny fat has the connotation of assuming you have poor genetics, right? It means, oh, I'm skinny fat, I can't build muscle. I'm currently in this place where I'm both fat at the same time, so I have love handles, I have a higher body fat percentage, but I'm skinny. I don't have a lot of muscle mass. So it's kind of the worst possible scenario. And I'm going to talk about how to fix that briefly, but I also want to talk about that label in and of itself, why I think truly if you want to make progress, you should be an optimist. And if you call yourself skinny fat, you're basically saying, I have terrible genetics, I don't have a lot of possibility of making gains. And everyone starts off in a different place. That's what I want to try and emphasize in this video. In fact, the research currently shows that where you start off is not an accurate predictor of your future success in the gym. Meaning that if you do start off skinny fat, so yeah, you have some fat and you don't have a lot of muscle mass, and so you have that look where you have the love handles, but also you just don't got that muscle, it doesn't mean that you can't build a great physique. But if you become that label, if you become that identity of just being a skinny fat individual, it probably means you're not going to be applying yourself in the gym as much because you think, man, I'm not like those other guys with good genetics, I'm skinny fat, I have shit genetics. And this is a real case scenario from someone that slid into the DMs on Instagram and was explaining how he has bad genetics, how they're skinny fat. And I think no one knows your true potential until you really give training a hard try. When you give it a go and you really apply yourself for several years. And a better label for most people that call themselves skinny fat would just be beginner. You're a beginner. You haven't applied yourself in the gym. Or if you have, maybe it's incorrectly, where I have seen individuals, and I could say being a former trainer, training several hundred people, probably over 300 people over the course of my training career, anyone who is stuck with training has been able to make noticeable progress. So it doesn't matter where you start off. I can't emphasize that enough. It's not an accurate predictor of your total future genetic potential. So you don't know, nobody knows. And if you set yourself up for failure by calling yourself skinny fat, and I've seen people label themselves as such, it's a temporary phase. It's something that you will grow out of, and it doesn't determine at all what you can do at the gym. So you might as well be an optimist. You might as well believe in yourself. And in the same way, I notice some individuals, when they have an injury, and I can relate to this because I've gone through a few minor things, SI injuries and so forth, that they become their injury. Oh, I can't do this anymore because I have this limiting me. And while that might partially be true, when I said it becomes their identity, they limit themselves too much rather than proactively trying to fix the problem. And just because something might occur when it comes to an injury doesn't mean you can't pursue other goals. Oh, you want to get strong and now maybe you have a knee issue? Well, guess what? You got the whole upper body to train, might as well get jacked. Same idea with the lower body. Maybe work on mobility for the next several weeks until you solve that issue. But when people call themselves skinny fat, why it's the worst thing, they're essentially setting themselves up for failure with their fitness journey. And if you are skinny fat and you're watching this video, once again, I'd change that label, how you label yourself, to a beginner, even if you've been lifting for several years, because it probably just means you haven't done it correctly. Recently, there's going to be a case study on this channel. There is someone, and I won't reveal more than that, I've taken under my wing, who has been training for several years, and the biggest problem with this person, they're not skinny fat, they're just skinny. They don't eat enough calories. It's as simple as that. This individual has been training for several years. I'm talking 4 to 5 years, dedicated in the gym, but because they're not in a caloric surplus, they're not growing. They built some muscle, but really they call themselves skinny. I just say you need to eat some damn food. So don't limit yourself. If you are skinny fat, the simple solution for most individuals, if you can go through the process of a fat loss phase, lose some of that excess fat, cool. I wouldn't identify with your physique as a representation of you. Instead, I'd focus on objective numbers. I'd focus on getting stronger. I'd focus on getting bigger. I'd take at least a year and a half just to focus on big, basic, compound barbell movements, getting stronger on the squat, bench, and deadlift. Lo and behold, if you do that, if you're in a slight caloric surplus, even if, yeah, you start off a little fatter than most people, after 18 months, you will be surprised what muscle does to your frame, where it gives kind of size, proportion, symmetry. It gives shape to your physique. So again, it is a temporary label that you might have or you might feel, but it has so many negative connotations. Oh, I don't have these good genetics, I don't have good potential. And that's bullshit because you don't know what's up. In summary, drop that identity of calling yourself skinny fat. Call yourself instead a beginner. Focus on progressive overload. Focus on getting better. Focus on objective numbers in the gym. So getting stronger, and once again, you will be surprised by the results that you get. Trust me on this and stay tuned, because by the end of the year, the case study, the skinny individual case study, I should have some pretty good results to show everyone. Anyways, just thought I'd make this quick video. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like the damn video, and I'll see all you guys, my rascals, in that next one. Peace.
Eat your vegetables, eat your vegetables, eat your fucking vegetables.